with us once more to review the papers, the entrepreneur Kate Hardcastle and the editor-in-chief of National World Cities, Nancy Fielder. Once more with feeling, please, ladies. Nancy, we'll come to you first. The front of the Sun. Accident, emergency, you might need to call a taxi if you're wanting to get there.
It's not hard to have feeling on this one, is it? So, yes, ambulances about to go on strike, nurses already on strike, and it is a disaster for the country. But we are speaking about a government that won't negotiate at all over pay. This isn't just about pay. This is a job that some of the best people in our societies choose to go into because they care. And actually, the number of people choosing to go into these jobs and choosing to stay in these jobs, crucially, is decreasing because it's a really, really difficult job in increasingly difficult circumstances. Also, it is awful that truly ill people are calling taxis, but I could reel off dozens of examples of people I've spoken to who sent in emails and letters to our newspapers and our websites saying that they do this anyway. I know people with broken legs. I know people who've had suspected heart attacks who've been driven in by their loved ones because ambulances are stuck in queues because not only is the NHS broken, but social care is broken. And the only person really responsible to sort this out has to be the Prime Minister. The fact that he's ducking his duties, the fact that he could solve this and he could solve it today is outrageous. The public is fully behind from everything I'm hearing. I've not heard anybody hitting out at nurses. I've not heard anybody hitting out ambulance drivers. I think we're right behind them. But we really need it not to go on for any longer than necessary because people are going to die and it is on the government's watch. Yeah, I think there'll be plenty of people who agree with you. Kate, take us inside the Times. And I've had some pretty dodgy experiences with airlines in my time. But this one's an interesting one. British Airways flying a dog to the wrong continent.
Yes, and I want to circle back to that problems with airlines in your time because a lot of people are about to travel right now and I think the travel industry needs to change. But this is Bluebell, and Bluebell's been on a bit of an adventure. In fact, gone to a completely different place. Meant to go to Nashville with the Millers, its family, who have moved from London to Nashville to relocate, ended up in a completely different destination. Owners are very distressed, saying that the dog wasn't actually in the best frame of mind for this amount of travel anyway, which has been elongated by the 3,000 miles wrong direction. So very concerning. Now, I think it's really fair to say when it comes to the airline, the headline talks about BA, but actually this is down with the cargo partner of BA. And just like our airports, our airlines have multiple partners to make this very complex world all make sense. That said, I think it would be great if our communications from the travel industry to us as passengers were vastly improved. This time of year, we're hearing more about delays. We've had the luggage issues throughout the year. We've had cancelled flights throughout the year. All passengers need, including Bluebell the dog, need obviously to get to the right place at the right time. But when things do go wrong, more patient communications with that industry understanding that people get incredibly stressed when it comes to travel. And I think that's why we have a national hero and people like Simon Calder. We just need soothing. We need to know what's going on. And we certainly need to end up in the right place and not Saudi Arabia if we're meant to be in Nashville, America.
Yeah, I have to admit, it's quite difficult, quite easy to mistake those two, I'm sure. Let's go for the Mail page 3, and these are our new banknotes. And I have to say, I think I prefer this shot of the King to the profile shot that we're about to get on coins and postage stamps.
Yes, I'd love to know what he thinks about it, but I don't think it's a bad image, is it? He's not wearing the crown, interestingly enough. But yes, these come into circulation in the middle of 2024, so they are going to be in all our pockets. This is what we're going to get used to. It is taking some getting used to. Let's be honest, when we were watching the football, and you remember that you're not singing God Save the Queen. I mean, she was with us for a very long time. Her face was on notes since 1960, and she was the first monarch to be on paper notes. I must say, it does make me wonder, my kids don't use money, they're teenagers and they use their phones, they don't use bank cards. So I wonder if he's only the second one, King Charles III, I wonder how many monarchs we will see on paper notes. Oh no, they're not paper. Before money disappears completely. Yeah, I think you may have a point. Kate, inside the Express, dementia music, explain.
I'm so glad we've got to cover this because I can't think of a more poignant story at this time of year for a bit of joy. There has been here a tech breakthrough for good, which artificial intelligence, AI, has been able to create playlists subject to dementia sufferers age, nationality, their history, to be able to create an evocative playlist that calms their heart rate. Now, before I started in the business world, I was a singer, and music's always been a massive part of my life. And I know how important it is. My nana was a stroke victim, couldn't communicate very well, but we communicated through songs. She had a complete playlist stored in her mind. And when she sang, the soothed way in which we could deal with her and feel her joy was so different. So the fact now that we're using this experimental medicine almost to help patients for good is a wonderful, wonderful thing. There's some ideas on there for your own Christmas playlist, because maybe all of our heart rates need calming this time of year.
Yeah, they certainly do. Look, ladies, it has been absolutely wonderful to catch up with both of you. It's been far too long, and I really, really hope that you both have a safe, warm and happy Christmas, and it's not too long till we see each other again. Thanks for your time today, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Bless you.
And we are going to have a quick look in at Party Central. He seems to be enjoying himself. Buenos Aires is, of course, it's 4 minutes to 6 in the morning there. I suspect this has been going on since the final penalty went in and they lifted that World Cup. Of course, Argentina celebrating not 1, not 2, but 3 World Cups. The best World Cup final that many people think that they have ever seen. And they did. They brought the trophy home with them. We'll be back after this with the latest from the picket line. Thousands of nurses going on